Hello, Dennis One. I am not here because obviously I am in the Year 11 exams, and I thought that this was the most efficient and effective way to do the lesson. Um, Unfortunately, there were no computer rooms available. You are in a really bad timetable slot where everything's taken by other subjects. So we're not there for that reason, and I'm sorry, but this is a much more efficient and effective lesson than it would be otherwise. So I'm going to talk through each step, and then your wonderful teacher, whoever's covering you, will stop at each point when I ask, and you can have a go at the activities, and then we'll come back together and continue at each point. Just so that you know what you need, you'll need all the normal stuff from a French lesson. So whiteboard, cloth and pen. You will need your books, and obviously within your books are the sentence builders that you can access the information from. So if you haven't got those things, can you just take a pause now and get all of those things in front of you, and we'll continue in a second. Right, lovely. So smart as usual. 3 columns. I don't think there's anything in here that is too shocking. I'm just going to point that if you know this and if you know this, hopefully you can see the pointer, then my end column question of work these out. We know these verbs already, so it's just transferring the knowledge that we've got here into a different context. So have a go at those there. Give it, let's say, 5 minutes. It's quite generous, and we'll come back together and do the answers then. Okay, so a rare moment. I'm just going to go in order. I'm going to ask you to check your answers as we go. So, je fête is going to be I celebrate. Then underneath, they're all a slight twist on the same thing. J'ai fêté is going to be I celebrated. If you've put I have celebrated, because that literally is I have, that's absolutely correct as well. I apologise for my writing on this, it's pretty scruffy. And then je vais fêter is I am going. Guess what? To celebrate. So je vais fêter. Nice job. Right, middle column, we've got winter, spring. And then we should have summer. And then I'm not even going to write this one on because it's really obvious. This little extra is just in. So en hiver, in winter. Coming down to this one, Christmas, Noël, one that we know very well. And then my birthday, mon anniversaire. Again, you know that very well too. Okay, if we come across to this grammar then from this side. So here we've got the examples with fêter. All you are doing here now is transferring this information to a different context. So j'ai acheté is going to be I. Again, we could add in the have if we wanted to, but for the purposes of this, we won't. Acheter is bought. J'ai mangé, I ate. So it could be I ate or I have eaten. And then, so those two are in the past tense. The bottom two, je vais travailler, I am going. To do what? To work. And then the last one, same pattern, I am going, nager, to swim. Okay, so well done. Have a check of the answers, but I'm sure you did a really good job. Okay, so plan for today. We're at the third step of our childhood language acquisition process that we know very well. This point, you're starting to get forced into saying something. So for the child, they start to have to ask for things. They don't just get what they're given. They're forced into asking for a drink or something to eat or whatever that may be. So a bit of an unusual one, doing it online like this, obviously. It's going to be a lot of you. We're going to do a lot of pronunciation work, but it'll be you listening to me and responding. Please make this easy for your cover teacher. Don't just sit there like wet lettuces staring into space. Have a go. If anything, I'm not there to. If you think I'm judgmental, which I'm not there to judge you. Just have a go and join in. So it's all these things that we're used to. Sound spelling links. So we'll do some phonics work first, and then we will lead up to doing some different speaking pronunciation activities. In terms of our overview, So we'll do phonics work today. So we'll look at these three in particular, but there'll be more than that. Events and celebrations we're really, really good at. And we're just gradually starting this thing with the mixed tenses, three tenses to be precise. So we're just starting this. Don't think about it too much now. This is all about speaking and getting more confident with that. At any point today, please refer to the sentence builder. It's in your books. You've got them there. We're still very early on in that acquisition process. Anything you want to look up and check, please do. Okay, so for message for your cover teacher more than anything, can we hand out this sheet now, please? Can we do date and title up on the board? And can we stick this sheet in, please, everybody? Do not fold it. And get yourself ready. We're going to don't jump ahead because we're going to practice this together. So sheet stuck in, date and title, and then we'll continue in a few minutes. Okay, wonderful. So I'm asking you to give it your all on this, please, because we're going to practice the sounds, and I want you to join in, and I want you to have a go. I want you to repeat the sounds after me. Then we're going to do the words and give it a bash, give it a try. Don't just sit there. Have a go. Okay, so starting in the left-hand column, I'm going to highlight them. We can use the same colour because they're organised in columns. So we've got this sound here. So it can be E with an accent, E-T, E-R, or sometimes E-Z. And it's going to be that A sound. And the action is going to be to put your finger on your nose. So finger on your nose. Let's just practice together. A. 3 times. A. And this runs through all of these words. So I've got one there. I've got an ER here. We've got actually, sometimes an AI makes that sound G. And this is a killer. Célébrer. J'ai célébré. Down here, another killer. Célébrer with the ER on the end. And then the word for summer, été. Été. So practice the sound again. A. And then say each phrase after me, please. J'ai, I didn't highlight that one. J'ai fêté. J'ai fêté. Next one. Fêté. J'ai célébré. Down here, célébrer. And then été. I'm going to do the full list just one at a time. J'ai fêté. J'ai célébré. Été. Can we do a little pause and can you just all repeat that list, please? Excellent. So we're jumping on to the next one. We've got this sound here. So E-R-E with that accent going the other way, or possibly A-I-R-E. And the sound is going to be air. And you're going to like do something with your hair, like as if you're doing your hair or whatever else. So do the sound with me. Air. Excellent. And runs through the end. A lot of the time this is at the end of a word. So we've got anniversaire, we've got mère, père, frère. So highlight those and then we'll say them. So anniversaire, mère, père, frère. Anniversaire, mère, père, frère. Lovely. Okay, then this one, O-N. For the action this you're going to make like it's like the little bridge with your hand. I think it looks like a cat's paw, those mechanical cats that an arm moves up and down. Makes you think of one of those. So the sound, a really nice rounded Well, wonderful. And again, a lot of the time this is coming in at the end of a word too. So we've got mon, avons, fêtons, célébrons, allons. So that running through, highlight them and we'll practice them quickly. So mon, avons, Fêtons, célébrons, allons. Mon, mon. Avons, avons. Fêtons, fêtons. Célébrons, célébrons. Allons, allons. Wonderful. So this side, really, one we know really, really well. So you're going to run your hand like along the bottom of your chin, and we're going to go on. Listen to the sound. It's quite good without being able to see me, actually. Listen to the difference in sound. So now I'm doing this sound. So hopefully you can see the laser. On. Listen to this one. On. Very, very similar. Really similar sounds, but different at the same time. So the precision on those is really, really important. So we've got en, we've got on, we've got an an and another an in there, and then in here we've got an em as well, a rare little moment for em. So get ready. Finalement, finalement, finalement. Ensuite, ensuite. Enfin, enfin. Grandes vacances, grandes vacances. Printemps, printemps, printemps. Wonderful. Right, this one's a new one, so we may not know this very well. You're going to do like a slide action with your hand. Run your hand down through the air, pretend that someone's going on a slide, and we're going to go oui, 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 oui. So we've got all just UIs. We've got UI, UI, and UI. So juillet, juillet. And actually, if we wanted to, this A is coming from the ET here. So juillet, juillet, juillet. Puis, 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 puis. Ensuite, 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 ensuite. Lovely. Right, coming down the little rabbit guy, we've got un. So we do rabbit ears with both our hands above our head. Un, 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 un. And we've got in. We've got an in and an in, and I have just clicked that I also needed to add the in of printemps, printemps. Okay, so if we come back to this, let's do printemps, printemps, enfin, enfin, Saint-Valentin, Saint-Valentin, Saint-Valentin. Wonderful. And then the last one we have is the k sound. So you're going to do the shape of a curly k with your right hand, and we're going to go k, 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 k. We have the beginning of this word and right in the middle of that one. So we've got 14, 14. It does sound like a cat is in a boat. 14, 14. Pâques, Pâques, 14 Pâques, 14 Pâques. Excellent. Right, last job we need is silent letters. So we're going to dot those, any colour of your choice. And we're just going to run through where there aren't millions actually. So we will go first of all in the column. So in the column, listen to what I say. I'm going to read them out. And then I'd like you to dot where you think the silent letter is, and then I'll put the answers on after that. So we're going to start with this one actually. So avons, avons, fêtons, fêtons, célébrons, célébrons, allons, allons. Okay, so we should have S, 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 and S. Well done. And we'll move to this column now. So same job. Not necessarily all of them though, so we'll go with this one first. Finalement, finalement, finalement. Down to here, grandes vacances, grandes vacances. And this one, get ready for it, printemps, printemps, printemps. So here we should have a T. We should have both of the S's here, so that's grandes vacances. And then here we've got the P and the S, so it's a double A, printemps. Coming to this side, we've got this and this, so juillet, juillet, juillet. Puis, puis, puis. Very well done, a T and an S. I'm going to just speed through this. So we've got the T in Saint-Valentin and then the S in Pâques. They're not very common words that come up, so we'll just speed past it. But the others come up very, 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 very frequently. Wonderful. So, can you now just take two minutes maximum with yourself, with a partner? Can you just have a go at reading these out loud? So just have a go, read them out loud to yourself. Take it in turns, ping pong, however you'd like to do it. 2 minutes and we'll continue. Okay, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. There's a wonderful song. Mrs. Sharp loves a French song. She's found this one. I've shared the link with your cover teacher. If they open the video, can you listen through to it once? And then can you listen to it again 2 or 3 times? I want you to sing along with it, okay? It's the months of the year and you're going to sing along as it goes. I've given you a little sheet with the lyrics on and enjoy. Give it a go. Don't just sit there like the wet lettuces. Have a try. No one's laughing. In fact, people are more aware if you aren't joining in than if you are. Okay, so a few minutes for that and we'll continue. Excellent. So this is your first opportunity to speak and work in pairs. There's a sheet. There are 2 versions of the sheet. So there's a partner A and there's a partner B. Don't hand it out yet, please, cover teacher, because I'll talk through the answers and I would hate for people to copy, but I need to use this as the demonstration version. So partner A is going to read their sentence. So, je fête Noël avec ma famille en décembre. So it's near enough all the words that we've practiced and the other things you already know. What partner B then needs to do is transcribe that sentence into their gap while partner A is reading. They can read it out for you only 3 times. So I'm going to pretend to be both for the purposes of the demo. So partner A starts reading from number 1 and partner B will begin writing. So, je fête Noël avec ma famille en décembre. So, je fête Noël avec ma famille en décembre. You can read it 3 times. Je fête Noël avec ma famille en décembre. And that is what you should have. Don't check answers yet. Wait until you get right the way to the end. Same thing now, but it's the other way around. So number 2, partner B will read it and partner A will transcribe it into their box. So, nous avons fêté la Saint-Valentin en hiver, en février. Nous avons fêté la Saint-Valentin en hiver, en été. So, en hiver. Oh. Nous avons fêté la Saint-Valentin en hiver, en été, en février. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. This is all about speaking. I would probably say 10-15 minutes for this. And once it's done, can this be glued into your books and can you use your partner's sheet to check your answers and mark them, green them, mark them, highlight them, all that stuff that we're used to doing. Okay, so yeah, 10-15 minutes. Okay, next little speaking game. So you will need the dice for this, just 1 dice, and you will need some counters as well, which are also in the bag with the dice that I've left out. The way this is going to work is you will all start from here. So put your counters on the green and roll the dice, and then wherever you land, you need to say a really, really basic little sentence about whatever the thing is that you've landed on, but it needs to include that thing. So imagine for this that I rolled the dice and I got 5. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've ended on Halloween. I need to say a really short little sentence, doesn't have to be very long, about Halloween. So, je fête Halloween en octobre. Done. And I'll stay where I am. Next person goes, they roll the dice, say that they get a 6th. L'anniversaire de ma mère. So, j'ai fêté, I'm going to change it. Je vais fêter l'anniversaire de ma mère en mai. Again, absolutely fine. Continue as we are. If you want to do 6, if they roll a 6 and want to have another go, you can do that. It's up to you. You decide what your rules are. Continue with the gameplay. If you're unhappy with your partner's answer, be kind to them, but say, I'm sorry, I think it was wrong. And if you agree, they have to go back to the start. So that's the only possible way that you can get sent back to the start. Continue through the board, and the person who wins is the person who rolls enough to get to the red. Okay, we've done this before, so it shouldn't be anything too new. So again, probably 10 minutes for this, and you need a game board, dice, and a counter each. Brilliant. So if you're done, we can pack everything up with the dice and the counters. The game sheet can go in the bin unless you want to keep it as a free gift. And we've got one last task that will require your whiteboard. So if you can get ready with your whiteboard, this will be our last task to finish up. Okay, it's everyone's favourite, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should be a bit more secure in these things now, particularly the verb phrase and the full sentence. Just as a reminder, I want 5 events, so Noël, Pâques, mon anniversaire, Halloween, l'anniversaire de ma mère, 4 of the seasons, 3 months, 2 verb phrases and 1 full sentence. Okay, we've done this about 50,000 times now, so you know exactly what to do. 5 minutes for this. Right, everyone, lovely, wonderful, really, really great. If there's any time, just for the covers to teach more than anything, if there's any time left, they can go back and they can have another go of No Snakes, No Ladders. Otherwise, everything packed up, make sure everything's stuck in your book, date and title, nothing's folded, everything's marked, and all that kind of stuff. And I will speak to you next lesson. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.